So Sheer, I want to preface and say that I am a waifu over meta gamer. As you all know, I always talk about all the characters I really enjoy in Honkai Star and other games as well, like Genshin Impact. But the thing you should understand is Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail are very similar in a lot of ways. I know there's been a lot of videos going out telling you that you should do this or do that in this game. You should do whatever you want. This is a full PvE game. There is zero PvP. There is no reason to chase a meta because the meta simply doesn't exist. Now, I'm not invalidating any guide creators. I'm not invalidating any theory craft because those people still do what they do, right? They provide a lot of value for a lot of players, such as being able to tell people how good a character is upon release, how good a character is before release, how good a character is after certain like item changes, any like weapon changes, after any simulated universe changes, right? Then you could understand the purpose of a theory crafter. And then you have people that make, you know, very nice guides for a lot of characters, right? There's a lot of YouTubers out there that make guides for each of the individual characters, which is very nice because that allows you to get the maximum value out of a character. But then there's people that tell you should skip a character or, you know, simply just not get a character, or maybe clickbait you into, you know, clicking on the video that says you should skip the character. And I think that's a load of BS. If you played Genshin, you know exactly what I'm going to say here. This game is very similar to it in a lot of ways, such as how the game is structured. Well, the base fundamentals of this game align with that game. This game, there is no PvP. It is a full PvE game. You have no benefit from skipping characters that you want just because, you know, you should skip them for whatever reason that may pertain to. You should get the characters you want to play with the most. And I know for a lot of people, even if you see a video like that and you click on it, you're going to click on it to let the person know how you truly feel anyways. You're going to let the person know that you're going to get the character regardless of what that person says. Trust me, I know. I've been doing YouTube for long enough. I know how this works. I also do know that there is going to be people out there that tell the people that they should go for the characters that they want to go for because there is no meta, or they should not chase meta in this game. And I absolutely 100% agree with that. That's the mentality you should have when it comes to this game and games that are made by Hoyoverse, except for Honkai Impact, right? That game is a little different. And you know, since we're on the topic of Honkai Impact, you could argue, well, Toshi, if you played Honkai Impact, which I have, I'm like Captain level 85 in that game, I have nearly every battle suit in the game. You play that game, then you understand that chasing meta is very important. Because if you don't chase meta, then you're going to fall behind and you won't be able to hit the top of the leaderboards or get the maximum rewards and the in-game game modes in Honkai Impact. So you know how important meta is in Honkai games. Well, yeah, you could argue that, but the honest truth is Honkai Star Rail has not followed the formula to a T of Honkai Impact yet. Okay? Yet. And with that being said, since it has not followed Honkai Impact yet, you can still go for characters you want to go for without having to feel the pressure of falling behind in a meta, right? Now, with that out the way, Jing is a very amazing character, right? But a lot of theory crafters have already went in depth in the character and kind of explain what the character can do. He's a very nice AoE damage dealer who also does pretty nice single target damage as an AoE damage dealer, right? He just has a lot of damage all around. He's a very cool looking character. He has silver hair. I think silver hair is a very, very nice thing to have on any character, right? I mean, just look at Bronya. Look how popular she is. He's a very nice, attractive character. And I do understand you could argue, well, Toshi, you know, free to play don't really have very many pools. So you have to skip some characters to get other characters, unfortunately. Yeah, that's honestly true. I'm not going to deny that. If you understand what characters you want, you will play it for those characters. If we do get a certain amount of pools each patch, I mean, that roughly comes out to be close to one pity, soft pity that is, for free to play when there is a new patch. It's going to follow the same formula as Genshin Impact, so expect to have the same amount of pools as you had in Genshin. It's gonna really be no different. Now, if you are a monthly and BP user, then you will be getting much more pools, which will, you know, pretty much equate to having a pity each patch, which is very nice for, you know, light spenders, stuff like that. If you are free to play and you see all the other characters coming up, which is Silverwolf, Luacha, Blade, and then it is Kafka, right? I'm sure those characters, a lot of people are going to be going for, probably already saved up, especially the Kafka wonders. Those are some strong men right there. And I say men because we clearly know the target audience of the character, right? I don't really need to explain what I'm trying to say here. I feel like I've been rambling for long enough, but I just really want to hit home why it's important to just go for the characters you want to go for, because at the end of the day, there will be a situation where there's going to be a character like Ela, right? In Genshin Impact, where this character has not had a rerun over a year. You can miss out on a character for over a year. Let that sink in. If you played other games, Epic 7, you can constantly get the character because, well, in the warps, there is a banner where you can get nearly every single character in the game that is not limited. So you have a chance of picking up that character even if they don't have a banner, featured banner that is currently available for you to summon on, just from that banner existing. It has every single character in the pool, kind of like the standard warp, but it also has characters that have their own debut banner. This game doesn't really have that. So when Seal's banner goes away, you might not see this character for the next 6 months, maybe even longer. It really depends on what Hoiverse wants to do with their banner. If you want Seal, get her. She has 5 days before her banner goes away. I think she's an amazing character. She's really fun to play. Let me just say that. She's a really fun character to play. I don't think I've had this much fun playing a character in a turn-based game before, other than Seal. She is amazingly fun, especially when you put her with a character like Yuan. Really nice battery, really nice attack buffer, really nice damage buffer overall. Having a character like this to buff your Seal's capabilities makes the character even more fun to play because you constantly have a lot of uptime on your ult, you constantly are able to take the turn, you're constantly getting elims, you're constantly dancing around the battlefield with your butterflies. This character is really fun. Really fun. Now, lastly, I want to talk about something that is very obvious to you all. This is the target audience of Honkai Star Rail. They want people to be obsessed with their characters. They want people to absolutely coom for their characters. They want people to worship their characters. I know it, you know it, we all know it. There's no need to bullshit it. I mean, just look at it. They want you to have a character as your profile picture. They got me. They got Toshi, and they probably will get you too. They want you to literally worship their characters. Genshin Impact. I'm not calling these people out. Look, Ziox even. Genshin Impact. Zao. They want you to be obsessed with their characters. And I think that's something you need to honestly take into consideration when you think anything different, okay? This game will never be a chase meta game. This game will never be a game that is worth spending lots of money on, okay? There is really no benefit from doing any of those things other than just simply, well, you get a gambling addiction because you do those things, right? Versus just getting the characters you want to go for and to enjoy the game for what it is. Now, this game very much so could have PvP. Like in a future where Honkai Star Rail has PvP and you do go and have to chase characters, right? Then this will become like Epic 7, where you really cannot, you cannot afford to skip any characters, assuming that the PvP game mode in the future, if there was to be one, you need to have every single character because you're not able to use a preset of characters that the game gives you. If that's the case, then yes, you would have to go ahead and chase characters around, get every single character you can obtain in your account, and really treat the game as a character collecting game. But where it stands right now, you have a character collecting game where the devs don't really want you to collect the characters without really spending money. Free to play can't get every character in the game. They do give us tons and tons of pools at the beginning of the game, but we're just in the honeymoon phase of Honkai Star Rail still. That's how it is for every single gacha game on the planet. They shower you with a bunch of pools in the beginning of the game, and as time goes on, they start to drip feed you less, in hopes of getting you to spend money on that banner you end up losing your 50-50 on. Lastly, I want to mention the 4 stars on the banners, of course. Yeah, you can take into consideration that is probably a reason why you should go on a banner, but I'm going to argue not, and here's why. You should always prioritize the 5-star character on the banner because an early 5-star can happen. It's happened to me plenty of times, even as someone who doesn't really spend on gacha games. I've had 5 stars spook me when I least expected it. When I was summoning for Sino's last banner, I've had Chi-Chi spook me. Now it was Chi-Chi, but keep in mind it could have been Sino. I didn't want the character, I just wanted to roll in the banner and get some 4 stars. But let's say you are close to pity, then you end up getting a 5-star that you really didn't want, so that really is very unfortunate. Remember, it is all a gamble. You choose to do that, then you have a chance of getting the 5-star character in the banner. If that's the character you don't want, then you're going to be very disappointed because that character will be on your account. But if you are a character collector, then you probably don't even care what I'm saying about right now. Anyways, this is going to be the video here. I've been rambling for long enough, and I kind of just wanted to get this point across. You should never really chase meta in this game. You should not look at this game as a game in which you should go hardcore. Min-max, if you do, then you probably will burn out because this game is not meant for that. It is mostly a casual experience where you go in, you enjoy the game for all it's worth, you enjoy the story, you enjoy the characters, you become obsessed with the characters, and you even want to get a wedding ring for the characters, because that's kind of what Hoyoverse wants you to be like when you play these games. They want you to be truly immersed in their games, as they would say. That's going to be the video here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be covering news-related stuff regarding Honkai Star going forward, so expect much more of that. And we'll get back to the videos. I've been a little burned out, so that's why I haven't really been putting out very much videos. The videos I have been putting out haven't really been videos that, well, apparently that you all watch, because YouTube algorithm let me know very quickly this is not content that you should be making on your channel. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice rest of your day. Peace.